Happy Thursday, Grace Covenant. Now that we've made it through the about 10 to 12 years that was January 2024, here we are on February 1st, 2024, and it's the beginning of another Black History Month. And this is a time again to remember that we all participate in liberation movement. You're participating in it somehow. You're either participating in it with your energy and really giving over life, time, resources to it, or you're participating in it with your resistance or your active denial. Any of those things are participating, and they affect the movement for liberation. So I hope that during this Black History Month, if you are a person that lives in a white body, that you can explore again how the way you are participating in movements for liberation line up with your stated values. It's hard sometimes for people in white bodies to understand that our values, when we say that we're for racial equity, when we say that we want to really heal from anti-Blackness and the other ways that white supremacy takes up space in our bodies, in our relationships, in our communities, sometimes it's hard for white people in white bodies to understand and really believe and accept that that means we have to change. And that means things have to change, and that is hard. The social arrangement that we have is not working for most people. Most people are struggling right now for lots of reasons. And people in Black and brown and indigenous bodies bear the weight of the impact of the ways our social arrangement is really built to benefit very few people. Very few people benefit from the way things are. So can Black History Month be a time for siblings in white bodies to re-examine the way that your values align with the way you use your life energy, the way that you really lean in to the work that this is, the necessary work that this is. There's some great opportunities around Asheville right now and also around our country to lean into this work. Yes, it's great to learn about all the amazing ways that Black people have built this country and made this country, what it is in the best sense of the word. It's great to learn that history, and I hope you will. It's important also to learn the really painful and traumatic history of the way this country has been built with the strength and unpaid labor of Black and brown and indigenous people. And it's also important for white people to do your own work too on the way that you have or have not been aware of those things, and the way that increasing awareness does provoke change in your life, a change of perspective, but also a change in the way you move, a change in the way you live. One of the things going on in the Asheville community is the reparations discussion, and there are many growing opportunities for people in white bodies to get involved in that movement. Number one, with your support, with your attention, with learning, also sharing resources, and also sharing time. The Reparations Stakeholders Authority is in the process of welcoming stakeholders to that work. You can go to their website. You can Google the Reparations Stakeholder Authority of Asheville, or RSAA, and you can see on their website that there's a way to sign up as a stakeholder. People in Black bodies are stakeholders because of the historical discrimination and disadvantage that they've experienced, in the way that the reparations movement should impact them directly. And also people in white bodies are invited to be stakeholders in the reparations process as shapeshifters. And you can sign up to be a stakeholder and then be informed of discussions and opportunities for white people to support each other as we seek to be disruptors, to be space shifters in the different spaces that we occupy in our lives, our workplaces, our homes, our churches, different groups that we're a part of. We have the power, we have the social position to disrupt the status quo in those spaces. And the RSAA is doing a great job of creating space for that capacity building. So there are a lot of other ways to get involved in this being a month of strengthening your muscles for racial equity, for liberation. I hope you will lean into worship. During February, we're going to enter Lent. Ash Wednesday is on Valentine's Day, February 14th. You'll be hearing more about our Lenten journey coming up, but our theme is going to be Home by Another Way, and we're going to continue to explore the ways that the church is called to be a disruptor. The church is called to not be a keeper and an apologist of the status quo, but to be on the front lines of true social change that begins with us as church. These are exciting times at Grace Covenant. There's a lot of energy. There are a lot of amazing people that are modeling this work in our community, both people that have been around for a long time and people that are new to our community. And it's a great place to really deepen relationship and learn how we can lean into this work while we take really good care of each other. So I'm sending love to you, Grace Covenant, as we get started on Black History Month in February 2024. And we continue to pray for all the places in the world where white supremacy and settler colonialism and genocide are destroying all of our humanities, but especially devastating people who live in black and brown bodies around the world. This work is urgent, this work is needed, and this work is what's required of us as people of faith. Sending love to you, Grace Covenant.